All right, you guys. So, welcome back to another edition to Star Wars Toy News. Today, we got a list of our UPC, DPCI, and SKU numbers for the particular items that will be released for Force Friday. So, we're going to get a look at that list. As you guys can see, that information is going to be brought to us by yakface.com, and I believe Jason is the person who wrote the article, so we really want to give them a shout out and thank them for providing us with this information to help us form our list for Force Friday. So let's get a look at that list right now. All right, you guys. So here are the Last Jedi breakdown DPC and SKU numbers and UPC codes for Force Friday this year on September 1st. Brought to us by yakface.com, and we want to thank the guys over at yakface.com for dropping this news for us. Looks like this was posted by Jason yesterday, so we want to thank Jason for that information from the collecting community. So just to read what's here, it says, we've now received some new information needed to release breakdown of some of the recent leaked and some officially announced Hasbro products planned for Force Friday 2. Click on through for a breakdown of items complete with the DPC, IS, Walmart SKUs, and individual product UPCs and MSRPs. That will help you get a head start on budgeting and us in assembling our Force Friday 2 checklist. So be sure to look for the new items previously unannounced as well. We're going to scroll down here through these UPCs and DPC codes here, guys. Please feel free to pause the video to write any information down that you may need for your own notes for Force Friday. So getting a look here, we have the E8 basic figures. Orange Wave 1 looks like that's going to be the Gray Ray, Orange Poe, Kylo Ren, Finn, Stormtrooper there, and cool Beta Gray Luke right there. And that looks like that's going to be the 3.75 figures. That's MSRP is $7.99 on those. Then we also have the teal basic figures, which is going to be Hux, Paige, which is going to be really cool, Chewbacca, and one of the Porgs, which sounds really, really awesome. We have C-3PO and Rose there. Again, MSRP is going to be $7.99 on those. Now, one of the items that I'm going to be looking forward to here is going to be the E8, Resistance Ski Speeder with Poe Dameron Class C. So there are the DPCIs, SKUs, and UPCs. This is going to retail at $39.99. And then again, guys, obviously all of these prices are US for my overseas subscribers. So do please be aware of that. And then, of course, we have Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer, Class D here, and this is going to retail at $49.99. And again, we have our DPCs, SKUs, and UPC codes for that item as well. Definitely two items that are going to be on my list for Force Friday. Now, here we have the Victor Guard, Elite Guard. I believe this is going to be, I'm assuming, well, it says Ray here as well, Victor Guard. So, this is going to be a 2-pack set with Ray, with the gray outfit, and then the Victor Guard, I believe, which is going to be, I'm assuming, guys, I could be wrong here, but I believe it's going to be the Snoke's Imperial Guards there. So that should be a very, very cool pack. Looks like it's going to be in a 3.75 scale. And then next we have our Han Solo and Boba Fett 2-pack figure set. MSRP on this is going to be $14.99. So that's going to be interesting as well. We also have the E5 Probe Droid and Darth Vader set, Class A. MSRP on this is going to be $19.99. And then we have our E7 Raptor and Baltic Class A set, which, if you guys recall, if you remember my video on the San Diego Comic-Con announcements on the figures and sets that were coming out. This was the items that were profiled. We did get a very good look at this particular item, and of course now we know what the DPCs, the SKUs, and the UPC codes are on this, and our MSRP on this is going to be $19.99. So our next set is going to be a E8 starter set, Force Link Gauntlet with Kylo Ren. MSRP on this is going to be $29.99. Our next item is going to be an E8 flagship set, BB-8 Megastar Destroyer playset with Snoke and Elite Guard Force Link Gauntlet. Now the MSRP on this is going to be $199.99. I don't believe this particular item was profiled at Comic-Con. I don't recall seeing this particular item, and definitely don't recall seeing an item that MSRP for that much. But there we have our E8 flagship set there. MSRP is going to be $199.99 on that item. So that's going to be very interesting to see what that's all about. I'm going to have to do some research on that. Now, these last two items here that you see listed as new reveal, there is a caption or a disclaimer underneath that says pure educated guesses for these last two items, subject to change. So do please be aware of that on these last two items. The first of those two items is going to be our E8 Tango Neon with Tango Neon Pilot TIE Fighter with Pilot. MSRP on this is going to be $29.99, and there are our codes for that particular item. Sounds very, very interesting, and I would really like to get some information on that. And then the second of those new reveals is going to be our E8 Aero 1 with Aero Pilot, A-Wing Fighter with Pilot. MSRP on this is going to be $29.99, and there are our codes on that particular item. So guys, for those who are new to collecting, or those who may not be aware of how to use these codes on these particular items, if you've never done this before, the first thing that I would say to you is you obviously want to write these codes down, and make sure you write down every single one of the codes under each item, which is the DPCI code, your SKU code, and then your UPC code. More times than not, you're probably going to use the SKU and the UPC code depending on which store you're trying to locate this item at, and then the website that you would use to input these codes and locate those items in your area. One of the sites, and as you can see here with where my cursor is going to be BrickSeek. Very, very good site. It is one of the sites that I use. Now, one disclaimer that I would say with BrickSeek, and I'll just give you my experience with the 40th anniversary figures. I did try to run those particular figures down in the wild using BrickSeek. There was a bit of confusion with the UPC codes, and the Wave 1 was also listed under Wave 2 with some of the codes. So you would go to the store, and the store may have stock, but it may have just gotten stock on Wave 1 when you were actually looking for Wave 2. For whatever reason, the codes for Wave 1 were similar to Wave 2, so it created a lot of confusion, and I ended up running around from store to store only to find that most of those stores had Wave 1 when I was really searching for Wave 2. So you might want to be aware of that. Sometimes that does happen. But getting back to what I was talking about, so you want to go to BrickSeek and implement the code in the little window where it's going to ask you for either the UPC code or the SKU code or the DPCI code, and you input that there, and you should be able to, and then also you put in your zip code, and it will give you all of the stores in your area with stock on that particular item. I also see a couple other sites here, Target God. I haven't used them as well, or I haven't used them in the past, so you might want to try them out and see what it's like. And if you want to come back to this video and put your comments down on your experience with that site, I would really appreciate that. And then we have Keurig also that you can use to locate those codes. Again, that is a site that I haven't used in the past. I've used BrickSeek for the most part, and I've been fairly successful using that particular site. But again, I did have the issue with the 40th anniversary figures with using that site, and every once in a while you run into problems like that trying to locate these figures in the wild. So guys, there it is right there. There are all the codes for your Force Friday hunt. So good hunting to you all, and happy Force Friday to you guys. So look forward to the hunt, guys. I appreciate you watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and may the Force be with you always.